Hi everyone, and thank you for watching a YouTouchIt.com production. Today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 4 and the micro SIM. We're also going to compare it to the regular SIM cards on this Nexus One right next to it. So let's get right to that. So, of course you know that the iPhone 4 and things such as the iPad 3G use a micro SIM. It's a standard that I believe they probably use to make it a little bit harder for people to go ahead and swap their SIM cards into these devices. Also, from what I hear, a lot of the newer and smartphones will be switching over to a micro SIM. This is a micro SIM. This is a regular size SIM card. The reason I do like it, in the positive side, is that it conserves space in the device, meaning that devices could get smaller and slimmer, and they do not require that amount of real estate inside of the device just for a SIM card. Considering that these plastic portions above the SIM cards are basically useless. They don't do anything. There's nothing really in there, so it's useless. I will teach you today how to cut your SIM card without having the most precise hands. I am always shaking and my hands are horrible, so I'm not the person you will catch with an X-Acto knife trying to modify my SIM card. I am afraid of, one, cutting my fingers off or cutting them and possibly getting stitches, or just destroying the SIM card, and trying to explain that on why I need a new SIM card to my carrier and why it's cut into shreds. So it's really simple. There's the SIM carding, that's what I just said. SIM carding cutting device, SIM card cutting device, really, that you can use, and it will cut everything for you. So if you don't have those steady hands, you can go ahead and use this device. And the device looks like a stapler. This is the device right here. And what it does is cut the card for you. So it has like a little puncher at the bottom, you see, where it grabs the SIM card and then punches right through it. So you would insert your SIM card. Remember, there's a little indicator right here that tells you the way that the SIM card goes in. So you put in the SIM card as so, and you punch down. And I already did this to the SIM card that was inserted into my jailbroken unlocked iPhone 4, which is right here, and as you can see, it is jailbroken and unlocked and on T-Mobile at the moment, so it is working 100%. For you, those of you who actually do not have a jailbroken and unlocked iPhone 4, if you're still running 4.01 and below, which would be 4.00 version of the firmware, you will be fine to go ahead and go to jailbreakme.com and jailbreak your iPhone. If you failed and you upgraded your phone to 4.0.2, you at the moment are locked in. And unfortunately, there is no resolution for that at the moment, but we believe that dev team or some of the trusty sources will go ahead and jailbreak that soon. I'm crossing my fingers, and also I'm hoping for an unlock. Till then, I will say on 4.0.1 there are practically, from what I've heard, zero improvement. It was just a security update, quotation marks, which was really to block the jailbreaking / unlocking of the phone. So let's get to the major point, which is you would insert your SIM card right here as so, and you would also remove the SIM card from that tray. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the SIM card from the tray by inserting a paper clip or anything that would be sharp and thin enough, not too sharp because you don't want to stab yourself with it, and remove your SIM card. So I'm going ahead, I'm doing that right now. It's a little bit hard to remove this one compared to the iPhone 3G and 3GS and previous models, which were located at the top. Those were pretty simple to remove the SIM card. They made it pretty tight and secure on this model of the phone. To remove the SIM card, you do need to apply a bit more pressure than on previous models. And if you can see, I basically slid it out, then it slides out the side. And boom, there goes my T-Mobile SIM card. As you can see, there is no SIM card installed. And you got my tray. I could put back my non-working AT&T SIM back into my iPhone 4. And boom. Remember that by switching carriers to something such as T-Mobile, you will have no 3G. You must turn 3G off, like in the previous model phones, such as the 3GS and the 3G. You must turn it off when you're unlocked. It will not work. It will not work with 3G just because of the frequency issues. They're not running on the same frequency, so they will not be interchangeable. There is no 3G. Same thing vice versa. This is a T-Mobile Nexus 1, 3G from the AT&T Globe, or the Death Star, the way that I really like to portray them, will not work. 3G on this phone will not work from AT&T. So let's wrap this up. Basically, that's how you remove the card, that's how you get your cards in, and boom. And now I have no service because I have no service on that AT&T card. It's that simple. Another modification you might want to keep is this right here. You might want to watch part 2 of this. And now what I'm saying, and why I'm saying this, is because the SIM card puncher comes with this. And you might want to insert your now micro SIM into your Nexus 1 if you have one, or any other T-Mobile phone to get that 3G service, or you might want to swap out handsets. And now that it's a micro SIM, it is not compatible with this phone. You must slide it in to something like this, which will hold the card in place, and you can put it back into a full-size SIM card phone. I don't like these slides. They do not stay in very well, and it's very hard to slide it into a phone like the Nexus 1. It does not stay in and doesn't slide in correctly. If you actually see what would happen is on the Nexus 1, when you want to swap your SIM back into it, it's very hard to keep the micro SIM in place in this slide. So what I decided to do is keep the original punch out. And the reason for that is that it will hold the SIM card in place a lot better than those slides would. Slides they were not working very well to me, at least for me personally. So what I would do is I would slide the T-Mobile card back into the punch out, and if you could get that in there correctly, what will happen is you put a little piece of tape behind it. Little piece of tape like Scotch tape or thin tape, and slide your card back into your phone, and you should be fine. That would work a lot better than these slides that come with the puncher, the SIM card puncher cutter. So make sure you keep that if you want to put your card back into a regular size phone. If you're just keeping the iPhone then 4 as your main device and you don't want to swap out, then you'll be fine.